And the thing about sales training is kind of like the same thing that I was talking about earlier, is like you don't get better at it until you do it, right? And then the more you do it, the more confident you are. And the more information and like a surety you have in the product that you're selling. Because when you sound sure, and then when you're confident and you know what you're talking about, it's easier to make that sell. So it's all in just doing it. And it's so crazy because even with my sales background, I knew what strategies to use, like assuming the close, don't use any open-ended questions, right? Like these are just basic like sales one-on-one. But I didn't get confident in knowing what to say or knowing what to pitch until I'm like doing all these calls and I'm talking to all these people. So it is still a time thing that will show up, but I can definitely see if I can bring in a salesperson that can do a training in the academy. Let's see. I have a family friend who wants to help me out without getting paid, even though I said I would pay her anyways. She just wants to help me until I get my actual contractors. Okay, when you say help, do you mean by helping you clean? She's experienced and she cleans from top to bottom. Okay, I asked the question too fast. She currently cleans a few doctors, one a day. Is this a good idea to take her up on? I don't know. I don't know. I guess two things. Let me try to see how I can word this. I don't do anything. I'm so grateful that, I don't do anything without first, praying about it. Okay. And being able to use discernment. So I kind of feel like if you're asking the question, yes, of course we want assurity and clarity. But if you feel the need to ask a question, there may be a question mark to where like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And if you're having to question it, then I wouldn't do it because that means you feel unease about it. But if you're just really just seeking for clarity, like, I think this is a good diet, like, I'm going to take rep on it. I just want to know for sure. I would probably, I don't know, because like when I first started, I did have a friend like that. I did have a friend like that was like, yo, do you need help on the weekends? I was like, I really do. And she's like, you don't have to pay me. Of course I did. I just would give her the tips that I made, but you know what I mean? I think it just came off mute. Were you coming to ask a question too?
No, I was just if I was just gonna clarify if need be, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, she just has always been a person like that. I don't know if she gets disability. I don't really know what her situation is, but I know that this is something that she's done, and maybe that's
Mhm.
why she won't take the money or won't come on as a contractor. But I was excited because, I just kind of really started and I'm like, okay, I'm just ready to
Yeah.
get this going, whatever I got to do. And then she just kind of fell in my
Yeah.
lap and I'm like, Lord, is this you? What is
Right.
this?
And there's some people that are literally just here meant to bless you. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like, so that's why I was like, I don't know how to answer that question because I don't know that individual. Like, I would have to really know that individual or to know that this is genuine.
Yeah.
Because I would have one friend that I know without a shadow of a doubt, it was completely genuine. It was hard to even give her the little bit that I did give her. And then there's some people that I would be like, what you really want? So, that's saying like it's just really hard because I don't know her. So
Yeah.
if you feel like it's genuine, she's just a really nice, sweet person. She wants to help you. Sometimes
Mhm.
God do send his people to bless us. And sometimes how God blesses is not always monetary. It's in the thing that can deliver that. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Well, like you said, I'll just seek him. And I really kind of feel like it might be something just temporary anyway. And I think it might be a gift, but I'll vet it and see. But
yeah,
thank you. I
you're
appreciate it.
welcome. Of course. I love your question, Nikki. Someone said, does anybody want to be business buddies? So I'm introducing something new to the group. I think we have our first one scheduled out for this month. There's a post that I made a couple weeks ago. So for those that are brand new, you guys may not have seen it, but it was the let's make 100K, let's build 100K cleaning business together. It's something that I tested out during our last boot camp to where individuals that did the boot camp after we completed the boot camp, they continue to work together, so that we would have like these scheduled Zoom calls, but this is a peer-led Zoom call. This is not a Zoom call that's led by myself. I may chime in, but this is not a Zoom call that's led by myself. It's literally just, think of it like a virtual co-working, to where you guys would all come on, ask questions, provide resources, provide insight, get some clarity, get some tips where need be. You know what I mean? Like, or just like, hey, I need a focus hour and I don't have any advice to give, don't have any questions, but I know that if I come onto this call, I'm going to be able to hold myself accountable to work, to work in this focus hour on the business and on the things that's in my business. So that is scheduled to happen. So I'm excited to see how that's going to be able to work in a bigger group, because we did it with the group. We set them up in groups of 5. So that is going to happen. So you guys can come on here and really work and build that network and build that community. Because I think that's really needed when we're building a business, because entrepreneurship can be a little lonely. So you guys definitely feel free to DM other people, talk to them in the chat, call them out, build friendships, see what cities they're in. You know what I mean? Like, this is exactly what the community is for. Let's see. Yeah, I totally love that. And then if we get enough people, maybe I can create different separate region groups. So, Northeast, Southeast, West Coast, down South, to actually, so you guys can start forming those relationships. So maybe I can work on something like that. Would you recommend a CPA for payroll? I mean, I think a CPA is definitely, it's a great asset, and it's a great business asset and tool for your business. I don't know how you would, like how soon you would need it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if you'll need it to start off with, but if you have the funds and the funds available to be able to invest in that kind of service, then yeah, because that's one less thing that you have to worry about. But there are really good, easy platforms to be able to manage your payroll. Gusto is a platform that I utilize, and it's super, super easy. And then at the end of the year, they send out all my 1099s as well. So it's just a matter of, looking at your booking koala, all your jobs, all the jobs your cleaners did, calculate that amount, pop over to Gusto, put that total amount up. So like if Emily did a job for 200, a job for 300, a job for 100, that's $600. Boom, put that in, and then it pays them, right? And then I believe Gusto can also connect to QuickBooks. So if you want some record keeping of those, and then of course there's records in Gusto as well. So there are some platforms that can be able to manage your payroll in the beginning. But like I said, if you have the funds for it, totally do it, because that's just one less thing that you have to worry about. What good books do you recommend for setting up your system? I don't know of any, to be honest. I don't want to say I don't know of any. I feel like I can think of maybe 2 of them, but like they're not actually like cleaning business or local service-based business like targeted. They're just like business strategy books overall. And like normally when you're reading things like that, you just like, oh, that's a cool thing. Let me implement that. I'm going to pull that nugget from there and implement that in my business. Oh, that's a cool thing. I kind of like that. I'm going to create. I was listening to a podcast, and the guy was like, create a new broke, right? And it was basically like creating your new bottom number. This was a whole 2-hour podcast episode. But that was the only nugget that I pulled out, and I started implementing. I was like, oh, that's super cool, right? So that's kind of like how it is in that book. But the thing about when you're creating systems, you kind of don't really know what system you need in your business until you're in it, right? Now, in the academy, there are some pre-done SOPs from the same systems that I use in the business. And when you think about systems, what your system is your hiring system. So what is your onboarding process, right? Okay. Search for your cleaners on your platforms, reach out to them, send them a job application. After you get the job application, if they meet the qualifications, then call them and schedule an interview, have the interview. If they pass on if they do a good job on the interview, then send them the link for the background check clears, then go ahead and ask them for their insurance. You know what I mean? Like, that's the system, right? Ask them for a copy of their insurance. You know what I mean? Now onboarding, add them to Booking Koala, add them to Gusto, right? Do an onboarding call. So that's the system, right? So like, but that is what you create through like, okay, now like those are all the steps that we utilize, but you may not want to utilize that. You may not require background check. You may not require insurance. So your system will be what your system is, right? I have the system for follow-ups after the service has been completed, to where the VA will contact the client the next morning. And on that call, it is check to make sure that they're fully satisfied. So that way, you know how to do the rest of the rest of the call. Check to make sure that they're fully satisfied. Then you want to do an upsell to any of our reoccurring products. And then you want to ask for a review. Okay. When the cleaner arrives, there's another system that's created to where they'll do a walkthrough, they'll do an introduction, they'll do a walkthrough, they'll take before pictures, provide the service, take after pictures, do a final walkthrough, get a signature, ask for a review. You know what I mean? Like, that's a system, but that system was created after, like, man, I'm tired of these clients calling for recleans. I'm tired of these clients like talking about, you know, they don't like the service, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of all of this. I'm like, let me figure out something to do. Right? I'm tired of missing leads. I'm messaging them, but they're not answering me back. Okay, well, I'm about to text these folks. Man, they're not even texting. I'm about to call them, right? So the follow-up for talking to a client, a new client or a potential client, is message, text, call, right? 2 hours later, message, text, call, right? So that is like what the system is. But these same systems right here are all in the CO Cleaning Academy. Every system that I utilize, that we also use for our companies with the VA company, all these are the same systems. And like I said, any other system is something that you would just craft based upon your need of the business. Or, but I said, there's several amazing business books out there. We should never stop, you know, personal development. And you just take a little nugget from here, a little snippet from here. I'm listening to one book that has nothing to do with my business structure or nothing to do with my business niche, but I literally just found like a super cool nugget. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I'm gonna implement that. Okay, so yeah, sorry, long answer for a short question. Another question, where would you go as far as research for market pricing? Or would you go and call a business to check how their cleaning businesses are charging? Yes, I've done that too, especially if I'm looking in an area to where I don't find a lot of companies that offer instant booking. I will just call them and act like I'm a client. Be like, hey, my name is Susie. I'm trying to book a 3-bedroom, 2-bath standard cleaning. Can you tell me what that price is? Oh yeah, we can do that for $240. Okay, awesome. What add-ons are included? Well, this is what we do in that service. Okay, cool. Can you tell me that if I want a deep clean, what that service would be? Okay, yeah, if you want a deep clean, we'll charge you an extra $100. And we do X, Y, and Z included in that deep clean. Okay, thank you so much. Well, you know what? I'm actually planning to move out. I'm actually planning to move out next month. So I might even need a move out cleaning. And then like when I move into my new place, a cleaning in that home as well. Can you tell me what those fees are and what's included in that? And then, you know what I mean? And then maybe I'll wait a couple of days and I'll call back and do another house price, like another size of the house, to kind of figure out how much more are they charging per house. But it's super ideal if I can just look online, because that of course is the long way. So yeah. Do you connect Gusto to Booking Koala? No, I wish you could. Now, there is a Zapier connection. I've never done it. You guys, I am the least most technical person out there, okay? I find a way like to be able to do things the most easiest way. And I know like having it automated, it's really easy as well, but you got to put the work in first. And I would probably jack my stuff up if I try to do that. But there is a Zapier on BK and there's Zapier on Gusto. So maybe you can figure out, maybe if you can figure that out. And if you do, let us know. Let us all know. Because as far as I know, there's not a way to connect BK to Gusto. That's why when I was giving that example earlier, it was literally like when the funds get sent from Stripe, you put them into your payroll account, and then you go to Gusto, you put how much you're paying your cleaner, and then Gusto will come take the money on Friday, direct deposit to your cleaner. If not, how do I get the information? Okay, so yeah, that's basically Stripe will send the money to your bank account. You'll put that money into your payroll account, which that payroll account is connected to Gusto. You'll go to Gusto, you'll select Emily, who did 4 cleanings this week for a total of, $300. And then Gusto would process that, take the funds from the payroll account. You have to process it by Monday, 4 p.m. your standard time. And then it gets direct deposit to them on Friday at 8 a.m. Guys, I just want to share that I left my 9 to 5, okay, and went all in on my all in. And my best way to find contractors has been walking the neighborhoods and leaving flyers everywhere. I have gained 5 new recurring clients just by talking. Don't be afraid to go out there and talk and leave flyers. It works. That is awesome. I love that. Congratulations. Okay, like, look, I'm never ever going to encourage anybody to leave their jobs, but when people do, when people have the guts and the faith to do that, I want to give them all of their flowers and give them all of their claps, because that takes big faith and big guts. That's like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't leave my job, so I feel like I can relate to the bottom part where it was like, look, I got to do something. I'm in this financial scarcity. Like, I got to figure out what I got to do, right? I'm just going to do whatever I got to do. I didn't even think about paying, doing door to door. I just Googled what's the fastest way to find clients, and Thumbtack popped up. But no, that's awesome. Congratulations. And please keep me posted. I can't see a name because it just says iPhone. But congratulations. I honestly wish I could afford the Done For You service. No, the Done For You service is an amazing program, right? It does give you that 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 business in a box service where you don't have to do all the things. But there are some really great videos and step-by-steps on how to set them up. So that way you will be able to do it on your own. And then of course, we do offer the buy now, pay now later if that option is available. No way, it is available. If you would like to do that option as well. So yeah, I definitely do love I wish I could, like, I feel you, because like if that was available when I just didn't have it at that time, but I definitely would rather have, because it would have been able to like avoid all of the frustrations of those beginning days. Can you explain the monthly membership ending, please? I am confused with the multiple emails. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry with all the multiple emails. This week has been a week. It was like I had some super, super, super highs on the business, like on the front end of the business part, right, which was amazing. And then like I had some really tough medical family scenarios with one of my sons. We had like got a really bad diagnosis for one of my sons. But like, luckily, we ended up getting some medium good news on it. But so that kind of like took me away to handling a lot of the back end. So people was like, I just signed up. Why am I getting this email? I'm sorry. I just signed up. When are we scheduling our one-on-one? I'm sorry. So I do appreciate everybody's patience during this major campaign before I did make the switch over from membership to the one-on-one to the one pricing structure. And I promise to get this all figured and fixed out. I thought today would have been a Tuesday, but today feels like a Monday because I was at the hospital all day yesterday as well. But I will get this all fixed out for everybody that has a one-on-one that needs to be scheduled. For those that did end up taking advantage and paying the $597, you guys do get your free one-on-one. So keep a lookout for that email so we can get that scheduled. So with the monthly membership, so for everybody that has that has already been a member of the CEO Clean Academy. I am always loyal to my legacy members, for no matter how long you guys been with us, whatever phase you came into the academy, whether you came in the beginning days when it was only $37 a month or 69 or 97, like I will never change your pricing structure where you come in at. So like once you're in, as long as you maintain an active membership with the CEO Clean Academy. If you're on the monthly membership side, then you are in it. Okay. Now, of course, the moment that you're not, then, and if you would like to later come back, I think I saw Alexa, she's like, I'm back, right? You would then come back at whatever the current pricing set is, or if we are running a promo at that time, or whatever the case may be. But if you are a current member and in whatever monthly membership price point you're currently at, then you are in it, okay, as long as it's staying active. Or if you're like super one of our founding members, and you was like in the very, very, very beginning when we was figuring this thing out together, okay, and you don't have a monthly membership, but you're like, well, Jazz, I've been here since the beginning. I've never paid a monthly membership. I paid the flat rate when we first started, then you're into, okay? So, and if you guys have any other question that you maybe want to ask for better clarification, please feel free to send me a message, email, or DM, and I'll be able to give you guys some more info too. So sorry for the confusion, and I hope that gives you some more clarity. And if not, like I said, please feel free to reach out. Let's see. It's hard mixing business with friendships. I have been through a few situations. It is. It really, really is. I can agree with that. But I've also have, that's so funny I'm saying that, because I can agree with that. Because in the past, I've had some really bad scenarios. But in the beginning of this year, I brought on a business partner for my Vision VA company. And it was a friend acquaintance. And you guys, that has been the best scenario in my whole entire life, to where I can be like, I can't even say that statement anymore because it totally works for us. Like, she is the yin to my yang. Okay. Like, we are complete opposites, but I need every bit of knowledge and information she has, and what she contributes to the business has made it grow tremendously. So I think it just depends on the situation. It depends on the person, right? Read The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. For the lady who has the friend who wants to help, read this book. Every entrepreneur should take, it talks about business and friends. That's awesome. Thanks. Let me screenshot that, because I'm gonna look that book up too. Okay. Let's see. I'm just started as well. Business buddies is great. Yeah, no, totally. Because you'll be able to lean on each other, especially when you get into the frustration moments. Lisa's located in Sac. That's my hometown. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I think I made it to the end of the questions. We're doing pretty good on time. Oh, I didn't even keep track. My laptop's about to die. Look. All right. Any other last minute questions, you guys, before we wrap up? For those that may have joined later on the call, there will be a replay that'll be added. Typically, replays are added the following morning, unless like I have to do any edits or anything like that. But the replays are added the following morning. But like I said, and if you guys have any questions that later pop up, then you could always feel free to ask them on the replay or just inside the community. I see a lot of you guys are trying to hook up with leaving your guys' states and cities. Please do so, you guys, because like I said, running this business is kind of tough. I remember when I first started, I knew nothing. And then I started meeting some acquaintances, and I leaned on them really heavy, especially when I didn't know anything. I was like, what do I need to do with this situation? What do I do in this situation? What do I do in this situation? So yeah. I left with 3 kids and faith every morning. I'm going for it. That's awesome. I love it. Oh, I did miss this question. Okay, cool question. With holidays quickly approaching, yes. Don't sleep on Thanksgiving flyers. Yes. Send them out before Thanksgiving. Get the cleaning burdens off your clients to go promote. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanksgiving, like all holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Halloween, right? Halloween parties. You got your New Year's Eve parties, New Year's Day parties. You have the Super Bowl coming up. They're going to need their house cleaned before and after. And like when holidays would come, I would offer 2-for-1 promos. Well, not necessarily 2-for-1, but like a two cleaning services, and I'll basically create a promo price. So I'm taking both cleaning services times two, and then just giving them a discount off the top of that, because they're going to want their house clean before people arrive and then after people leave. So definitely take advantage of that, and then you'll be rolling into spring cleaning. That is going to be the next cleaning. Now, because of COVID, like it used to be kind of slow between after Super Bowl and then like Valentine's Day, it'll get a little busy again. Then you'll have spring cleaning, right? But now in the wintertime, because of COVID, it kind of picked back up with cleaning and sanitation and things like that. So you definitely take advantage of marketing that. Like utilize email marketing, you guys. Couple weeks ago, or not weeks ago, a while ago, I put in a new training in there on email marketing. Take advantage of email marketing and SMS marketing. BK has an integration with Twilio where you can be able to market to your clients by text message. Like those marketing strategies still work as well to remain aware with your clients. And of course, flyers. You can do the walking through your neighborhood, or also like there are different ways you can do it with zip codes, like depending on what market you service, you can have it with UPS, and they'll deliver those flyers to the different areas that you service. So and then also building awareness. Like I love to do, I don't do these anymore, but we, like in the very, very beginning, when I didn't have a big marketing budget, I would utilize like local city events for building awareness. So like let's say in my town, they're about to have like a harvest festival, right? And they're looking for vendors or donations, or not vendors or donations, sponsors, right? So like, hey, we're looking for people to sponsor 100 pumpkins, right? And then we'll put your name or your business name on the thing. So that's what I used to do as well. It was sponsor like local events where I would actually service my clients are there, because like you're just building awareness and showing that customer service and customer community side in your business as well. And then it's really awesome if the event has good PR and local news is covering it, because then now you get some PR in place. Awesome. Okay. So I don't see any other questions popping up. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night, you guys. These are some really good questions. So I'm definitely going to make sure to get the replay up as soon as possible. I'm sorry, I'm missing some of these questions. Do you ever task out to Fiverr until you can afford a VA? I mean, Fiverr is technically VAs as well, they're just depends on like what they offer. So you can totally do that. The thing with the Fiverr is you just want to make sure that what they're promising they can provide. And that's with any VA. You just want to make sure like what they're promising they can provide. Especially when it comes to design, like you don't want them to show you some screenshot, or you know what I mean? Like that's my biggest thing with when we hire VAs. Our hiring process is so long and strenuous. Our application process is so long and strenuous. But I do have a training that's going to be coming out as well. I'm hoping in October on how to hire and train your VAs. So that way you guys are not just hiring anybody, because I've been into some horrible VA situations. Fiverr is affordable depending on what package. Like they'll normally have they'll advertise the low end cost, like, hey, get a VA for $5. And then when you go to it, you'll see like their options, like for the $5, you're only getting X. And then like for their $30, they're getting X and Y. And then for their $50, they're getting X, Y, and Z. So you just want to be careful with that. There are some trainings though, you guys, in the first course on VAs. A platform that I do like to look for VAs is called online.ph.jobs. Okay. And there's a link inside the Academy on that. Because with that platform, they try to what they try to do? They try to like pre-score their VAs and like check their VAs to make sure that what they're saying is real. So if they say they have a background in this education, they're actually doing a check. And then like each VA is scored. So it's like what is it? It's like this VA has a rating of 8, right? This VA has a rating of 5. So that's why I kind of like that platform, because at least I know that they're more legitimate. But of course, the ones with the higher rankings cost more. Now, of course, they're going to definitely cost much less than here in the US just because of the pay, the big pay gap from their currency to our currency. So can you put the link in the chat? I don't have the link. I have to like really go search for it, but I'll post it in the group. I'll post it in the group. And if you could actually ask that question in the community part, and then I can actually post it in that part for you. Okay, awesome. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for meeting with us. Make sure you guys keep up with the schedule because there are holidays. Some of our dates may be changing, so we may not meet on a Tuesday every week, or we may like move it because different holidays and everything's coming up. But I will see you guys on. I don't want to say next week, so I don't think we're scheduled for next week. But I'll see you guys again. And then you guys, please continue to ask your questions and continue to like build community with you guys. Like, I love seeing that. Definitely connect, get your business buddy. And then also you guys get on that one Zoom because it's going to be really interesting. I know it may be tough, like, because all you guys like to come out here and not show your face. And it will really, really help to build that community on those Zoom, those co-working calls when you guys come live. So that way you can really get a chance to really build relationship with each other. So until next time, I will see you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the group. All right. Good night, everybody.